How do paranormal people? Welcome back to the Ghost Encounters podcast show. And we've got a full team in tonight. How is everybody? Everybody okay?
Yeah, good, thank you.
Right, now I'm a bit wakened up.
Wakened up. We've just all done a meditation.
Yeah.
That's what you need, not dedication, meditation. Faye's just smashing the room up.
Right.
Haribo.
Sweet tin.
Talking of meditation, what are we talking about tonight?
We don't know now.
Don't know now.
Meditation.
Yeah, we could do meditation.
Got brain fog now.
Have you? That's because you've just been meditating.
No, that's not. Yeah.
Well, that's
You've
what
got brain fog. I feel like I'm drunk. How do you feel, Nick?
Mighty fine.
How about you, Nick?
Me, I'm okay.
He's
Chill
okay.
now, chill.
Chill.
Relax.
All right, let's go.
Relax.
Chillax. Is that a word?
It is, I think.
Is it just what morons use?
How rude.
How do you use it?
No, but
Oh,
Nick's just
sorry.
used it.
Oh, sorry.
Who? I haven't.
Didn't you say chillax?
No.
Who said chillax?
You, I think.
Me?
Didn't you?
Anyway,
What does that mean?
I don't
What's
know.
why?
chilling,
What does chillax mean?
chilling and relaxing at the same
Chilling.
time.
Yeah.
Is that bad?
No.
I don't know if you can do both.
I don't know. See, I've got brain fog. I didn't know. If I have said it, I don't know.
Oh, put it on.
I don't think you said it,
No.
Faye.
No.
I don't know.
Right,
Thought-
meditation. There you go. There's one for you. Do that.
Yeah.
Transcendental meditation.
What's that, Nick?
Yes, transcendental. Let's discuss it.
Yeah, Nick, what's that, Nick?
I nearly paid £350 for that.
We'll
I did.
charge you $220.
I did pay.
You did?
I did pay that much.
Is that
for
why you won't tell me what it's about? Because you paid
can't.
for it.
It's the law.
It's a secret.
Yeah. And you haven't.
And I
Yeah.
haven't.
I think why they charge you so much is because then you kind of value it more, because it's nothing that I couldn't tell you in two minutes how to do it. So it is quite easy.
But you won't tell anyone.
I'll tell everybody I do.
How does transcendental meditation differ from normal meditation?
Well, you say
What do you class as
normal
normal?
meditation, but what transcendental meditation does, if you can imagine that you're a boat on the water, this is how I always remember it. So if you're the boat on the water, or a thing on the water, floating on the top, and then you have a mantra, which you're given by the person who's teaching you, and that's based on your age and his age and different things like that. That's how they come to give you your mantra. So what you do basically with transcendental is you keep saying your mantra.
When you say a mantra, is that just one word, or is it a line?
No, it's just one word for start with. They have, once you progress in transcendental, they give you 2 words, and so. But I never went back for that stage, because
Was it another £350?
no, once you've done that, and then you go. I went to Manchester. I think it was the Quaker House in Manchester. So it was quite a long way to go for a meditation. But while we were doing it, you don't get a certificate at the end of it. So all you needed to do was go the first time to get your
Mantra.
to get your word.
So nobody else will have that word, just you?
Yeah, no, loads of people have it.
Oh,
Because I forget how many words there's. I think there's 7, maybe.
oh right, okay.
I can't remember exactly. Researching it.
I think for that much you'd have your own. Nobody
Well,
else
you
have
would,
it.
wouldn't you?
I
Really?
suppose, no, but you could do. But the problem is, if I give you a word and say, let me say, I give you the word tree. Every time you said tree, you would
Think of a
maybe
tree.
think of a tree. Whereas these, I don't know what they mean.
And no meaning
Hindu.
to your words.
They have got meaning, but it's Hindu, so the Hindu gods,
Right.
deities, should I say? So when you
So transcendental, how does it differ? When you go into a meditation, how does it differ? Does it differ?
I think it massively differs from any other meditation I've done. Because when you go transcendental, you're only there for a split second.
Oh.
And what it does, so if you just picture yourself on the top of the water and you keep saying your word and you going deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper, and then when you hit the sand, let's say the sand is the transcendental state.
So I'm on top of water.
No, I'm just it's just how I visualise how you can.
Oh right, okay. I was going to say.
No, you don't want to do it on top of water. You might drown.
We're going down. We're going down to the firmament then, aren't we?
Yeah, you need to take your lilo with you if you're going on the
Oh
water.
right, okay.
A transcendental lilo. No, when you're going down, see, you put me off, don't you, all the time?
We got to the sand.
Yeah, so let's say the sand is the transcendental state. So as soon as you hit this, as soon as I hit that sand, or transcendental state, I become nothing. I'm no longer saying me word, me mantra, because I forgot it. But when you go out transcendental, your leg could kick out or your arm could flick out. So if you're mentally storing issues, problems, whatever, your mind's putting, I don't know, strain and stress, I don't know what you would call it, into your body. What you're doing by going transcendental, you're releasing, reversing the process. That's why your arm flicks out.
Me and Marie did that at a gong bath.
I was just going to say, can you get into that state without repeating the one word?
I bet you could, yeah.
Because Faye and I went for a gong bath, and we did that. Our arms moved without us realising or
We
knowing.
woke up with them like elevated or
Literally,
and the
arms came up off the floor, and it was like, it was very, very strange.
Yeah, I suppose you can. But what happens then when your arm flicks or your leg flicks or something judders or whatever, it brings you back out of the transcendental state. And you know you're in the transcendental state because you kind of think to yourself, what am I doing? Then you realise, oh, I'm meditating. And oh yeah, I've got my mantra. And sometimes it took me a few seconds to remember what my mantra was. So that's how I knew I forgot. It was everything was like a blank. And then you come back up and then you go down, and it's about 20-minute cycle. First time I started doing it, I only went transcendental once, maybe. But now I can do it 2 or 3 times.
What's the purpose, Nick? What's the purpose of it being a different type of... Are you meant to have a different outcome or a different... What's the purpose of it?
It's like reversing all the stresses that you... Because your mind and body are connected. A lot of people don't think they are, but when they're connected and you're having anger issues or whatever, you're actually storing energy in your body from your mind, from whatever you're thinking. You know, I suppose that's why they say you got, watch what you're thinking and all that.
And is that not the same for? I don't know. Don't like the word normal, but sort of the mainstream type of meditation that most people think of when you say meditation. Is that not the same?
For me, it isn't, and I'm no expert. But for me, when I've done what we're saying is normal meditation, is just sitting in the quiet. I've never gone transcendental.
Or mindfulness, some people can call it, can't they?
Yeah, yeah. And then guided meditation, you got different again. But
what is breath work? See, that's come top of the fashion thing at the minute.
Doesn't that release the DMT in your brain?
Yes, I've read that.
Yeah, but I like cheating.
Just take it anyway.
DMT.
Yeah, it does.
Me and Marie are scaredy cats, though. We'd have to do the breath work.
No, I
think I'd probably pass out. Have you seen that guy? What he does? I think I would probably pass out.
I think they're close to passing out when they do it. I think that's why they hallucinate.
It's like hyperventilating, isn't it? It's
Yeah, and then you got like guided meditation where you can meet your guides. I suppose you could meet passed on loved ones. I don't know with that, but I've just done that for meet your guides and little bits and pieces like that. It's, supposedly align your chakras. And
when we do the meditation together before we do a podcast, we do it to kind of, I don't know what you would call it, sort of to try and tune in and tap into any sort of messages, if you like, don't we? We sort of try to do that to see what comes to us when we're...
Yeah.
Difficult to put it into words, isn't it, really?
Yeah, it's good. That's what they do. That's what they do at the spiritualist churches. You like have a meditation to some kind of music, and that's for yourself personally, just to where you're not supposed to be getting any information. Or I know people do, I do as well, but you're not supposed to be acknowledging any of the information you get during that stage. That's just purely to get you in the right frame.
See, I was always told that you should acknowledge it because it won't go away until you do acknowledge it.
Yeah, okay, that is, you're right in what you say there. Maybe I said it a little bit wrong, but it's not, you don't
dwell on it.
You don't go into depth on it. You kind of do acknowledge it and come back in 5 minutes or whatever. And then we do the silent one normally. And that's for like just 5 minutes of silence to get your messages on mediumship. That is obviously not if you're just into meditation. That might not be a thing that you do.
I know you guys obviously have been doing it a lot longer than we have, and you meditate more than we do. But do you ever, even now, sit and try and meditate and you just can't do it? Even now, yeah?
I have done, yeah. Depends what's going on in your life. If it's really hard to shut off.
It's not easy, is it?
No.
Meditation is not easy. People think it's just a case of sitting in a quiet room and closing your eyes and trying to relax yourself. It actually isn't easy to empty your mind.
I've had people say to me, how nice, just sit there and think of nothing. I think, go on then.
Yeah.
Sit there and think of nothing.
It's not easy.
Can't.
Not easy.
Proper train yourself to do that.
I think that's where, when people say let things go and don't dwell on arguments and stuff, and I try to do that in the day. There is some twats that get on my nerves. But yeah,
I think some people can naturally do that a lot easier than others. Let go and forgive and forget, as they say, and just let go and push things to the back and not dwell on things on a daily basis. Some people find that a lot harder than others, don't they? To be able to do that.
Yeah, and then again, going back,
that comes with age.
Yeah, I think it does. I must be really old then, because I just try not to let anything bother me.
I don't think everyone can.
No, some people are just angry all the time.
Yes. Some people just like coiled springs, aren't they? Constantly.
They need transcendental.
Yeah.
That can't be good for your health, can it? It cannot be good for your health to be constantly wound up and angry all the time.
Not at all.
That can't be right.
That's why, it's why it's good to do the transcendental. Yeah, we ought to do a version that here. I know we have talked about
Transcendental.
meditation. Yeah. Obviously, you won't get all the ceremony that you get when you.
The hypnosis is supposed to be good for it as well, isn't it? We touched on that before, didn't we?
Yeah. Hypnosis would probably be good.
I'd love to be hypnotised.
Would you? Why?
Regressed.
Oh, right.
Or hypnotised, I don't know. I went once. I went to see someone about stopping smoking years and years ago, but just kept laughing because my stomach kept rumbling. So
you took it serious then.
Couldn't do anything.
And that's why they charge you like £400, so you kind of set up and take notice of
Didn't we it then?
No. Did it myself when I found out I was pregnant. I stopped smoking. But that was
good.
years before that. Yeah. So I would like...
So I think we should do that, shouldn't we?
Yeah.
So let's put it out there if you're interested in this meditation lark.
We're definitely doing a meditation night, definitely. I suppose we can, I don't know, can you swap it around each week or something? I don't know. Do you incorporate a couple of things per night or what?
I'll be honest, I know people might think it's, that's boring, but once you get into meditation, you can just come and just sit with everybody else. I think that makes a difference if you're sitting with decent people,
Yeah.
you know, respectful people, and quiet. Yeah.
I think once you form like a bit of a circle,
Yeah.
and I think you sort of bring your energies up to, you know, and all your vibrations, whatever people want to call it, to the same level as each other. I think you can achieve some really amazing things sometimes.
Yeah. But obviously that's the only problem when you put it out there. You don't know. I know we know most of the people who come here, but if you get strangers coming, you don't know what they
With the energy.
is
Oh,
going to be.
yeah.
You know, last thing you want is someone who's sitting there angry. I wouldn't want that in. But then, you know, they've got to lose the anger
I was
somewhere.
going to say they
haven't
might be coming to get rid of that.
Yeah.
Why do you
Hopefully.
think, if I just ask, some time back when we used to go,
Bless you.
excuse me, I couldn't stop it, I tried because I was mid-sentence, quite a while back when we were doing meditation with the same people, and we were doing it every week, we had the little meditation circle going. Why do you think that we were getting those kind of, why do you think that when we do it regularly with the same people, because we've got a good sort of circle of energy, do things sort of start ramping up, if you like? Things start happening, we start experiencing things. Why do you think that happens?
I'll be
Is
honest,
it just a build-up of energy, or...?
I don't really know. I suppose it is.
Is it same as anything in life? The more you do, it's better you get at it. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't
possibly.
know.
But why would meditation bring on, I don't know what you call it, activity, whatever you want to call it? Do you think we're not putting, you know, we're not investigating, we're not putting that out there, are we? We're sitting and we're meditating. I know subconsciously we may be asking for, you know, let things in and that, but I mean, we've done it and we've heard voices, we've felt we've felt somebody touching us, we've seen things.
But at that point, you're asking for stuff to happen, aren't you? You're asking for people to communicate with you. You're asking for, you know, a sign or something. So,
but normally in the meditation that we do, and we're asking for communication, we all get. I mean, there have been occasions where more than one of us have had the same thing or seen the same picture or something. But normally it's quite a personal thing, because afterwards we talk about what each of us has seen or what we heard or whatever. But when we were doing that, we were sharing experiences regularly, weren't we? It wasn't just you that heard somebody talking, it would be me, you and Faye, or it would be Nick, Faye and you, you know, and we would share the same experiences, which is a bit bizarre.
I don't know how that works. Obviously it's got to be something to do with energy, and the more we do it, the faster we get to that point of connection, maybe. I don't know. I really don't know that, because we have had it. Was you with us on the board when we heard the voice on the table?
what was this?
I don't know. I think it was Dave.
Oh no, that was Dave. Yeah.
Yeah, we were sitting doing a Ouija board, and the planchette was moving, and even my missus heard it, and she's deaf.
Not completely
Stop
deaf.
laughing.
Not completely deaf.
Charming.
No, she is actually deaf. I'm not
Oh,
just
for
saying.
real?
I'm not just saying.
She's just not hard of hearing.
She's not
or-
hard. She actually is deaf in one ear.
Right, okay.
So, yeah, and she heard it. I don't know what you said, but you could clearly hear a voice, but we couldn't understand any of the.
But don't you kind of expect stuff like that when you're doing Ouija boards and when you're doing, because that's the kind of thing that you know. But I think when you're meditating, it's not what you expect, is it? Because it isn't me anyway. I don't know. I don't know if it's just a build up of energy that you put out there when we meditate, or whether it's because your vibrations change and your vibrations get higher. I don't know, but it certainly, I think, evokes some.
Maybe it's your spirit guide.
It was a form of mediumship. They really wanted what we were doing then. I really.
Yeah.
On about when we.
Yeah, it was a meditation though, nonetheless, wasn't it? It was a meditation, not dissimilar to what we do here, really.
Perhaps we were getting closer to them. I know we think they're coming to us, but
if we were raising our vibrations, we might have actually been getting close to them rather than the other way about. Because I think a lot of people just think of meditation as in it's good for your mental health, it's calming, it's mindfulness, and don't think of it in any other way. Whereas it is, for us, it's a form of mediumship or a form of invitation.
I think the more time you spend with somebody, you do the same thing, I think you will pick stuff up. We've just got something similar, haven't we? You know.
Yeah.
So it happens regularly, doesn't it? Where we get something similar. You know. But I don't know. I can't explain it. I'm glad I can't explain it, else I wouldn't do it.
It's a bit like synchronicities.
Yeah, that's just.
We still got to do another podcast on that.
God, yeah.
Oh, so what about psychedelics then?
I can't join in this conversation.
You can. You're the expert.
I've never taken psychedelics. I don't know anything about them, so I'm happy. I'm happy to
eat the Haribos while you two.
Haribos.
Yeah.
We'll fire some questions at you.
Haribos.
I'm sure we'll fire some questions at you. So psychedelics, how do they come into the picture?
Literally.
Nick forced them upon me one day.
Oh dear.
Pusher.
I don't know about that. I think it was the other way around, not it?
Don't know. Did mushrooms when I was a kid. Everybody does them, don't they? But
I never did.
Did you not?
I never did anything when I was a kid
Didn't
like
die.
that.
I thought I was going to die.
I did as well.
Yeah.
I did. I thought I was always going to die if I took them.
Yeah.
And now that's why we do take them.
That's why we do take them, so we can die and tell everybody about it.
I used to hear a lot of bad things about mushrooms though when I was younger.
Bad trips and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Well,
Yeah,
the problem is-
like people jumping off
Yeah.
car parks thinking they can fly and all sorts.
That's
Cows chasing them.
just
and-
ridiculous of that, isn't it? Jumping off a roof thinking you can fly. You'd think you'd start off from the ground, wouldn't you? Really?
Is that a different sort of mushroom?
No, that'll be. What would that be?
A shiitake mushroom, I don't know.
Shiitake.
Shiitake.
I don't know what it would be. I don't
I
know.
don't like any of them shit mushrooms.
It's not button mushrooms, is it?
Tinned button mushrooms.
Chestnut.
Oh, there's nothing worse than horrible things. It's just mushrooms out of a tin. They're like slugs, aren't they?
Yeah,
Which ones? Button.
Any of
But
them.
yeah,
in a tin,
I've
they
never-
come out
I love a
slimy.
chestnut. Chestnut mushroom.
So yeah.
So tell us about it.
Well, my first encounter with them was ayahuasca.
Is that the tea, or is that a
yes.
mushroom?
No, it's not. It's certainly not a tea. It's like a little glass of sludge.
Is
That's
that
what
off
they
the
call it, though,
frogs?
don't they? Ayahuasca
No.
tea.
No.
They brew it out of the mimosa hostilis bark with a leaf. So it's an inhibitor. I
Get
can
you
never
with your
say
big
that.
words.
Bloody hell.
Hey?
Really-
Actually sounded like you knew what you were talking about there, Nick.
I assure you, I don't.
So for those of us that
I
never
just
went to
drink
school, what does that mean? I didn't do biology.
So that was my first encounter with psychedelics. I went to Italy to do that.
So you had the sludge,
Yeah.
and what happened?
Is this the one that you purge?
Yeah. You're sick, for quite a lot.
Is that part of the process?
Yeah, you can't really move on till you be sick.
Oh.
And it's a bit gruesome.
So you put it in your system, and your system throws it out,
Yeah,
and then
but
you have your...
You only put a little bit in, like a little tiny shot, like a bit like a shot of something, like that much. It's not a lot, but like a bucket load comes back out.
It's obviously
Oh.
poisonous of some sort, because it wouldn't
It's
evoke
it's
that
like
kind
your body
of.
can't take
It wouldn't
it,
evoke
right?
that response, would it, if it wasn't poison?
No, but your body isn't. Your body doesn't chuck out the active ingredient, which is the DMT. Otherwise, you wouldn't have the
The effects of it.
You wouldn't have the trip.
Mm.
And the inhibitor, I can never say that word. I don't know if I said it right. Stops your body from breaking it down and getting rid of it. That's why it lasts for 8 hours.
Oh,
Ah.
bloody hell.
So once you've had it, if it has a bit of an adverse effect, you're
knackered
screwed.
for
There's
8
no
hours.
stopping it, is there?
Yeah, there is.
Is there?
Yeah. Do you want me to tell you how you stop it?
You tell us how you stop it, Nick.
You open your eyes.
Yeah,
What
but
if
then
you
every time you
can't?
close them again,
Yeah.
you're in it
You
again.
go back. When you close your eyes, you go back. Ever so weird, but it's brilliant. Love it.
Open your eyes.
So if you open your eyes, it all stops, but the second you close them again, it kicks in again.
Yeah.
But you've got that for 8 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
But I'll be honest. I only had. I don't even know if I've said it on this podcast before. The first time I had it, I had a brilliant experience, but it wasn't a brilliant experience for 8 hours. Probably an hour, and then, what happened was, I took it, purged, and then 2 ready brick beans come to me, one blue, one green. You know, like the
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
You know when you see like a
Aura.
yeah. 2 of them, and they said, "We want to take you to meet somebody." So they took me to this woman, alien looking, white, like a Nordic alien that you see on the telly,
Mm.
a little bit like that. And then she introduced. She said, "I'm your mother." That's what she said. and then
Oh.
I got loads of little random images of like cars and all different kind of weird stuff. And then she took me to the well, and it was like a brick well, but when you look down it was like a wormhole. You could see it all spiraling. And that was the end for me, because it was spiraling down. I was like, there's no way I'm going down there.
Mm.
And I opened my eyes, and that was it.
And it stopped.
It stopped. And I've done it 7 times since then.
But then that's lasting 8 hours. So what happened for the other 8?
It didn't last. Obviously, I was all chilled and whatever, and I was trying to get back and to something, but nothing. And then after that, I did another 7 goes of it. Not on the same night. Other nights I've been all over it to do it, and I've never had another psychedelic trip off that. For the 7 times.
What have you had? Nothing. Didn't affect you at all.
No, the only time it affected me was when I was a bit peed off that I wasn't having an experience. I had more. I asked for more, and they gave me more, and they gave me these little concentrated little rocks you had to swallow. That was like concentrated the DMT. And the next morning, all I saw was big black splodges everywhere, on like black holes all the way around everywhere.
Did they say that once you've experienced it, then it doesn't work again?
No, it doesn't. No, it should do. And it doesn't really matter about the amount you have, because the shaming that we had, you can take the tiniest little bit to get there. And he doesn't need, like when people say they have an intolerance to stuff. He didn't have an intolerance. What he had was less and less, and he could still get back to the DMT.
And do you connect that experience as being something spiritual, or is it just makes you hallucinate into weird things you don't normally see? Is that just what you are those images just weird stuff that's in your brain anyway, and it just helps it come out, or do you think it's a spiritual?
No, them people who were met on the first time, they were real. I know it sounds mad, but they were real people. Just, I know it sounds like you're just tripping, and people who do loads of it will just think, oh, you're just tripping, because there's a couple of kinds of people. There's people who treat it as something spiritual, and there's some people just treat it as a trippy drug, which is fine, but that's not for me. I like to treat it as spiritual. And I think that's the way it is.
And what about you, Nick? Medjohn, sorry.
I've never had it.
Keeping you awake. I apologise.
I've never had it, so I can't really comment on it.
But what you have had
is lovely.
Simply lovely.
Lovely. It's like you were asking just about his 8-hour trip. You have to understand that, just say on mushrooms or brownies or whatever, you're on a trip for 8 hours. It isn't just a massive hallucinogenic trip for 8 hours. You could go an hour where you're just chilling, so it sort of breaks up. When you have brownies, the brownie what we have, you go through 5 phases of ridiculousness,
I don't need a brownie
And
for that.
the first hour you'll laugh at everybody over nothing. You just laughing over nothing. And another thing, you think you're having a conversation and you think you've finished the conversation and you haven't. Then you're thinking, well, why aren't they answering me? And I'll just say, like, we were sort of having a conversation, weren't we? And not finishing what we were saying, but we knew what, it's dead hard, to explain.
Yeah, it was like telepathy, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was dead weird. And then you're having hallucinations and different crazy shit, it's nuts. And then you're chilling again, and then you can go through a bit of a paranoid state with it, or then you can just have a ridiculous state, and then it just fizzles out in the end, you know what I mean? So, yeah. Well, there's about 4 or 5 stages through it, isn't there?
And that's why you need to be in a good setting.
No,
but you need to be in a good setting, because obviously if you get to the paranoid stage, that's when you don't want to be. You want that bit over, done with. Paranoid state, don't you? So if you're in a bad space where if people were laughing and joking around, just being arseholes or whatever, it could go really wrong with that. But that's like what you didn't do. That's like on the with the magical brownies.
Can't you think in that moment? Can't you, when you're in that paranoid state, and like you say, if there's people chatting, or maybe you see somebody whispering, and you think like, they're talking about me, they're taking the piss out of me. In that moment, can't you actually have a word with yourself and go, it's just the mushrooms, or it's just the brownies, and then ignore it?
I'll tell you what did happen.
I know what you say.
What's that?
Go on.
No. This last time we took him, something similar to that happened. Right. And then I started to take the piss out myself, if you know what I mean. I thought they weren't taking the piss out of me, but I'll be honest with you, last time I had them, I only had about 10, 15 minutes of this paranoid state. it wasn't really that bad, you know. But then you're looking at everybody and that, and then you're just laughing to yourself and thinking, well, it's not as bad as them, is it? And you know, and things like this, and it's just dead weird. So it didn't really get me. But we took him before, and one of Nick's mates thought we were all going to kill him.
Yeah, he kept trying to escape, didn't he?
Kept trying to run off to do this paranoid state.
See, that's not a
I
pleasant
don't like
experience.
that.
is it?
No.
But he doesn't normally eat any of the brownies.
Yeah.
He normally just comes and partakes in a little bit of a drink. But
Yeah.
he come late, didn't he? And he was whacking the drink in him. He was whacking the brownies in him. He was putting the music on. That's the only
Problem
reason-
is, he had about 6 brownies and
yeah, you only need one.
he was blitzed, to be fair. You got to do what's it, Marco, don't you? He just had one, didn't he? Every time we go, he just has one, and he's fine. He just chills.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
So, stupid question, but a serious one nonetheless. Why do you do it?
Because it's ace. Because it takes you completely away from normal life.
Yeah.
But it doesn't sound.
No, it sounds
I'm not doing it justice, really, with what I'm saying. No, I'm
Do
not.
it just.
Not selling it.
No, I'm not.
And it
Which is
depends.
okay.
Depends
Yeah.
which one you're talking about as well. Because my favourite is DMT.
Yeah, then that's a different thing. Mushrooms are ace.
Yeah.
I was never paranoid. That was lovely. The mushrooms are just lovely. I'm happy I sat on a rock and sat on my own for an hour meditating, seeing funny shit in the sky, and it was like I was living like a Sergeant Pepper world, you know. It was ace. It's funny. I was just laughing and just getting on with it myself. But I did have to go away from everybody to find a spot where I wanted to be and enjoy it, and it was good.
So normality mixes with it then at some point.
yeah,
doesn't it?
yeah.
So you can see normal and then all of a sudden you can't.
With
See, I don't like
Yeah.
that.
With mushrooms you can. With DMT, once you've had that, unless you like rudely awakened by the dustman.
Yeah.
I think
No.
it's the control thing that
I
I don't
don't
not
like
being in
over your
control
mind,
of.
yeah.
Yeah.
The problem is with the DMT, it's the problem. The good thing is you're only in for a couple of minutes. And no matter how bad you might think it might be, it's only going to last for a couple of minutes. But you can't go into it thinking it's going to be bad.
Or else it will be.
A girl had some, didn't we? Who we were with. And I knew she'd had a real good smoke. Because she went to the stage where I've been to. Didn't she? She come out, opened her eyes, she said, am I ever going to get out of this? And that's when I knew she'd had plenty. And she was right in it. She really broke through. She didn't think she was ever going to come out of it.
But
And
if it was that-
you can do
What,
that.
she was worried.
At that point, and I assured her, I had hold of it, didn't I? And I assured her, everything will be okay. You will come out of it. Just enjoy yourself. She sat straight back down and loved it. Loved every
But I
minute
was
of
going to
it.
say, if it's that fantastic, why would she even be worried about whether she was going to come out of it
'Cause
or
it's
not?
that bizarre. It's mental. It can be that ridiculous. You probably think, well, I couldn't live in this all my life.
Because your body naturally produces this, doesn't it, at the point of death or
Yeah.
near
Birth,
death.
birth.
Or
Dreaming and death, apparently. But I don't dream, so it lasts.
You do.
Yeah, I do, because I do remember odd occasions, but I would like to remember. I'd like to remember them all.
See,
I like
closest
some.
I've ever got is that gas and air they give you in
Yeah, it's good, isn't it?
at hospital, yeah. Amazing
good,
that
that
is.
is,
You
yeah,
don't
yeah.
want to let go of that,
No,
do
that's
you?
good.
You're not having that back.
No.
No way.
See, this is how boring I am. I was just thinking about when I asked you sort of why you do it, and you say it just takes you away from, normal everyday humdrum life for a little while. So it's a bit like an escape, isn't it?
Yeah.
Whereas if anybody asked me what I would do for that bit of an escape, I'd probably just say, just go for a walk around in the
Have a muffin.
countryside.
Cup of tea.
Do you know what? I don't drink tea, but yeah, like I'll go for a walk, or I'll get in the car and I'll go and drive somewhere quiet and just sit in the car.
But
and
that's
just,
everyday life. This is
that
away
n-
from reality.
I don't know if I want to get away from
I
reality.
I know you've said this all the time, but what happens, right? What happens if, when you die, it's total shit, and you'll think, God, I wish I'd had some DMT.
I'm going to reincarnate. I'm going to come back and try.
Do you think that would be your thought?
Yeah, I would.
If
definitely.
when you died it was shit, the first thing that come into your head was, I
definitely,
wished I'd have had DMT.
Yeah, I believe so. Because you'd be there looking down, and we're on DMT, and you think, God, I wish I'd had some of that.
No.
And he says, "What? I know it sounds strange, but when you're coming back from this DMT realm, I do sometimes think, oh shit, I'm back. When I realise where I am, I'm like, oh.
Well, that's what people that have near-death experiences say, don't they? They don't want to come back.
It's dead disappointing.
They didn't want to come back.
I think a near-death experience. I listen to loads of stuff on near-death experiences, and they all describe exactly the experiences as I've had. Because all mine haven't been just like trippy stuff. Some of mine I have actually physically popped out my body and seen myself lying on the floor without all the mad colours what everyone always reports. Only a couple of times, maybe 3 times I've done that. Once I was out my body, kneeling over myself, and then popped out my body again, and I was standing over myself, so there was 3 people in the room, 3 of me and Nick and the other guy, because he was in the room. But the only weird thing is, right, and I think it worried him a bit, didn't it? When I looked at Nick and the other guy who was sitting in the other corner, I could see Nick, but when I looked at the other guy, it wasn't him, it was somebody else, which was so weird. It wasn't. He changed.
Somebody else completely, or was it him but different?
No,
if that makes sense.
Somebody completely different, which was weird. I told him that after, didn't I? He was a bit panicked by it, but. Yeah, we've had lots of weird.
I'll stick to me walk in the countryside.
No, but Faye doesn't.
Jammy donut.
Faye wants
Jammy
to get on it.
Faye
don't
wants to get on it.
You want to get on it.
Yeah,
It scares me.
it does.
Does it?
It won't
What?
do.
What's scary
Scares
about
me.
it?
Don't know. What if I die?
It's the unknown, isn't it? It's unnatural
What
and
if I-
unknown.
what if I
That's
go
what's
loopy?
scary about
No,
it.
I don't think it is. I think it's unnatural now in our society now, but I don't think it wasn't unnatural thousands of years
No,
ago.
I mean your experiences is it's an unnatural you've even said you can't. You
Yeah.
see colours that you can't explain.
yeah, it's
You
colours,
see beings and things that are out of this world. So
Yeah.
it's an unnatural experience, isn't it? To what we know as natural.
Yeah, but most of the people who've made these breakthrough things in science and these theories and everything, they've all. If you actually look into their story, they've all took hallucinogenics, haven't they? Most of them have been on LSD or.
And you think that's a connection from what they've achieved in their life.
Yeah, they actually do. Some of them do say that, don't they? And like you got the story of the burning bush in the Bible. The burning bush supposedly was an acacia tree, which is packed with DMT. And if it was burning and they were inhaling it, maybe, and that's why it probably started talking to them. Maybe, I don't know. It's weird. Yeah. We've had lots of experiences, haven't we?
Yeah, even these the seers and everything back thousands of years ago, the Hindu meditating, they took a drink called soma, which is a mixture of opium and marijuana. It's hallucinogenic.
Isn't that in the Bible?
No, it's in the Vedas. It might be in the Bible as well, I don't know.
Yeah, I think
But it's in the Vedas.
think
In the Vedas, it's they call it a sacrifice. every time they had a sacrifice, they had this drink. But what the sacrifice actually is, it's just a meditation to God. But they had that, and they've seen all these. So the stuff you were doing, with all your chakras and everything.
Can you reiterate that?
No, with all your
doing.
chakras and all that all came from this.
Do you know, I often think about that. I always think, I often think, what's the stuff that comes off a frog?
Bufo.
Yeah.
There's two. That's a toad.
That's
the
right.
Bufo
The
comes from
toad.
the toad, which is
Cambo in there as well.
Yeah, and there's Cambo.
That's
So
off
I've
the tree frog. The poisonous darts.
Yeah.
That's Cambo.
See, I often think to myself, because isn't the one where there's like a leaf and it's mixed with something else?
That's DMT.
Okay.
Ayahuasca, sorry.
So it's like,
ayahuasca.
Who and how ever discovered? If you mix that with that, it does this.
I know, it's mad, isn't it? Like?
Do you know what I mean? It's like whoever discovered.
I think the story
And why?
went back.
And why would they? Why would they?
When the monkeys eating it or something, and they were acting strange, falling out of trees and stuff like that. There was something ridiculous that thinking, what's that? What's going on there? Like?
So somebody actually had to find that specific leaf and mix it with that.
Well, it's been going back hundreds of years, thousands, bringing back forever. It's only recently that the Western world has got hold of it.
But that what Nick's just said about the burning bush and stuff. I suppose once you've got that kind of idea into your head, you can go back to all sorts of different stories and then think, actually, was that because they took this, or was that because they drank that, or because they'd eaten this?
Yeah, definitely. There's something about something with the camels, wasn't there?
No, there's reindeer, isn't there?
The reindeer, sorry.
That's where Santa comes from, is the Muscaria mushroom or something. Reindeers eat it, and then when they have a wee, the wee is psychedelic. So they used to drink the wee.
Who did?
The
Santa?
locals.
No, but that's where the story of Santa comes from, though.
Yeah.
That's
Who drank the reindeer wee?
I don't know. They're not
the elves.
No, but that's where the elves come from, because the people who these
Drank
reindeer
saw elves.
No, the reindeer herders.
Yeah.
Look like elves. They had the shoes on and the curly. There's like an elf. They look like they dressed like that.
They weren't little.
So who drank the reindeer wee? The reindeer herders.
The herders, yeah.
And then they hallucinated.
Yeah, because the reindeer were eating these mushrooms.
Yeah. So how did Santa come around then?
Because once they drank the wee and they were hallucinating, the reindeer started flying and stuff. That's where the flying reindeers used to come from.
I don't know about Santa. I don't know that, but I knew
the
about
Santa,
the reindeer.
That's why he's red and white, because he's the same colour as that mushroom.
I thought Coca-Cola invented him, the red and white one.
It was green and white to start with, I think.
Yes.
Well, who was
yes. I
right
thought
then. So who's Saint Nicholas?
Me.
Beat you to it.
I thought Saint Nicholas was Santa.
Yeah. Well, that's Saint Nick is
Yeah.
supposedly Santa.
Yeah, but that's where the when they used to pick the mushrooms and used to dry them out, they used to hang them on the tree. That's where the Christmas tree decorations come from. They're replicating hanging the mushrooms on the Christmas
Are
tree.
you looking at me and smiling? He's
No.
I know. I
I'm
think it
not.
sounds like a P
What are
take
you
story.
doing
This
now?
does,
it's
doesn't
not.
it?
No, it's not. And the reason that Santa's is said to go down the chimney is because
Was it that swirly hole
what they
you
call
saw?
yurts or whatever they call, the things that
The tent things.
the glamping pods.
The bell tent.
The bell tents.
Because where they lived, and it was harsh weather, all the door was always covered, so the snow was like up to the roof. So when they were walking on the snow, they were virtually walking on the roof, and that's why they went down the hatch where the smoke come out from the chimney, and they used to leave these mushrooms as presents.
Don't get that now, do we?
No. You two wouldn't have them if they left them, you.
We're going
Would
to
you?
have to make him a pizza
Yeah.
night.
And that's why the Earth's flat.
So it don't even. So what you're saying is when a strange man comes into your house uninvited, breaking and entering, essentially, down your chimney, and leave some sort of psychedelics there, we're meant to get up the next day and just take whatever somebody's left there.
And give them to us.
And then give
Is
them
that
to
the
you,
same
yeah.
guy that puts your Christmas decorations away?
I'll have to have a look at that.
He's climbing back up that chimney then.
I'll have to have a look at that, because Red put ours up the other day. Put the loft back up the loft.
That's a load of bollocks.
Literally.
Literally what?
Now I'm going to have to start Googling this Santa and mushroom malarkey now.
Yeah.
Are you
Go on.
winding us up?
No, honestly, you.
It's a lovely story, isn't it?
It is, but are you winding
No,
up?
promise you, promise.
Why would reindeer herders drink reindeer wee anyway?
You don't get that experience when you go to Lapland, though, do you?
Not anymore.
Is that the executive experience?
You
You pay extra
pay
for
more
that.
for that.
Yeah, definitely. Look it up. Honestly, I'm not lying to you.
Should have talked about this on a Christmas special rather than in January, really.
Yeah,
Instead of Krampus.
I don't know. Did we do Krampus?
No.
I don't think we did.
I don't know nothing about
Can we do it?
Krampus at all. Nothing at all. Don't know.
Was he born out of mushrooms or?
No, I don't know nothing about him. Just used to nick kids, didn't he?
Yeah.
Did he?
Yeah.
Bad man.
Yeah, bad man. Just like Peter Pan. He was the baddie, wasn't he, Peter Pan?
Why?
Why? Because he used to kidnap young kids and Captain Hook used to try again back.
Oh.
Captain Hook was the hero, wasn't he?
Are you winding me up again?
No.
It's because he has that silly grin on his
I
face,
know.
isn't it, when he's telling you, like,
Because I know
taking
you,
the wet. Like that, when he's telling
I know
you.
you're not going to believe me, that's why.
He looks you directly in the
I
eyes
know,
doesn't
yeah.
he, as well.
I know.
Have you ever read Peter Pan?
I've only watched the film.
And me. So I don't know.
Bad guy, Peter Pan.
So he steals children,
Well, he does
and
something.
Captain Hook tries to get them back.
Knocking on the windows at night and stuff.
It's like Salem's Lot.
Take him to his island. It sounds familiar.
Watched that the other week, actually.
Salem's Lot.
You mentioned it, and I thought, oh, I haven't seen that for years. So.
I don't know if I've ever seen that.
He died, didn't he, David Soul? Oh, it's like him. Silver Lady.
Never seen.
Played on the radio the other day.
Don't give up on us, babe. I like that one and all. I had a poster of him.
Did you?
I had a poster of him.
Same one as on the
Did I have
Enfield
it?
Haunting.
Oh, yes, they had one on Enfield Haunting. Yeah.
Did they?
And
Yeah.
the Enfield.
David
the
Soul,
most
yeah.
famous picture of the Enfield Haunting when she's flying between the two beds.
Yeah.
There's a David Soul post on the
Is
wall.
there?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, I like David Soul.
yeah.
Shame.
They've got
He was 80, wasn't he? Is that a good innings, Annie?
got Donny Osmond, haven't they, at East Drive?
Tony Osmond.
Poster of Donny Osmond at East Drive. David Soul at Enfield. Donny Osmond at East Drive.
Oh, dear. Which is ridiculous, because it all went on in the 60s.
Well, when was Donny Osmond around?
I don't know. Late 70s, wasn't he? I don't
Was
know.
he? I don't know.
Did he do Puppy Love?
I've got no idea.
That might be Jimmy. Yeah, it might have done.
Donny Osmond.
Jimmy Osmond
Who's
did
the
Long
sister?
Haired Lover from Liverpool.
Oh, yeah.
The Osmonds, weren't they? I don't know when they were. Was it the 60s, 70s? I don't know.
I'm going to have a look.
Yeah. I'm just looking at them gummies on the table there. We're going to have to put a
What about Shawaddy Waddy?
psychedelic one in and see.
Yeah.
Just don't know.
There is,
Just
yeah.
put it in there and lucky dip.
They were 70s, weren't they? I can
Shawaddy
remember them,
Waddy.
yeah, when I was a kid. I can remember that.
I like Shawaddy Waddy.
1971.
Oh.
Donny Osmond.
Could have been then. You got that at East Drive, have they?
Yeah.
Osmonds.
I've got that there now. It's in there now, is it?
I don't know.
Don't tell me
Yeah.
someone's nicked it.
Well, it's there now. Yeah.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, the Donny Osmond poster's up there now. It was on the video when she was doing it.
All right, I don't know. Because the actual haunting, I think it happened in 69, was it? And then nothing happened for 18 months and it started again in 72,
Okay.
I think.
Anyway, I know I'm going to change the subject a little bit.
It's not like us, is it?
Stop smirking.
No, of course.
No.
What do you think about the Miami aliens?
Do you know
don't
what,
know.
Nick?
Project Bluebeam.
I can honestly 100% say I have not heard I don't know anything about them.
I don't either.
Nothing about them. I've not heard anything.
Yeah, but you know the guy that was giving all that information. He's done another video, hasn't he, saying I wasn't even in Miami. It wasn't me.
Yeah, that's the
I wasn't in Miami. So it's like the same as the girl on the plane.
Oh, right,
They do
okay.
it, say it all.
Is
then
this
come
a
back
recent
and say-
thing, then?
Say they haven't said
So,
it.
It's
so what?
Miami.
So what's
New Year's
happened
Day.
now then?
Huh?
New Year's Day wanted.
Was it New Year's Day?
Yeah, the whole police force. Them videos look real to me. With all the police cars, there's loads, isn't there?
Mm. So there was apparently the video that's going around on TikTok shows all these police cars pulling up in Miami outside a shopping centre thing.
Mm-hmm.
We only see on TikTok, you see everyone running away from the shopping centre,
Right.
and then they show you a very blurred, imagine with all the CCTV and everything, a very blurred picture of these 8-foot things walking round. Yeah.
Now, if you've seen
So-
the same video as I've seen, I don't know how you've seen anything that's 8 foot because I couldn't make anything out at all.
So, what the main story is, somebody's put on and put the phone call between the police on and saying it's a load of bull, basically. They put the phone call with the police on saying that there was a disturbance in a car park and a great ruck of over 100 teenagers were fighting or something.
Right.
Right. So then there's another story that was saying by people that were there saying, well, there's 3 stories, I think.
Yeah,
Another
that's
story
few
saying
different ones.
these teenagers were actually messing with something. And somebody said it looked like a DVD player that opened up a portal and these things came out. So they dispersed and started running.
Okay.
Oh, God, I'm
You
dying.
okay, Nick? Do you want a drink?
Yeah, let's go get a drink.
Dear.
Dying.
Okay,
So then
sorry,
there's
say
another
one.
story of that it happened inside the shopping
mall.
centre, yeah.
Mhm.
But then somebody's where's my phone? Because I've got the messages on there saying that the reason there's no, because people were asking, well, in this day and age, again, we've got blurry pictures. Why haven't got pictured anything? They were saying we were surrounded, and they wouldn't let anyone in or out of where they were, and anyone that did try to come out, they were taking the phones off them and deleting anything that was on the phone that they'd got.
So what's the official? What's?
Oh, we don't know.
But what's the official story that they are saying happens? They must be putting out.
They're saying that there was kids fighting.
Oh,
with
that,
sticks.
okay.
So why would you have that many police turn up armed?
Wasn't just it was
wasn't-
the whole police force.
It was
wasn't
the whole, yeah, and military. You wouldn't, would you?
Now I've looked. I've not heard anything at all about it. So it can't be very prevalent out there. It can't be plastered everywhere. So they're not making a big deal out of it, are they? Because I've not seen anything. The only thing
won't,
I've
will they?
seen is the video that Nick shared. And I honestly, Nick, I could not see anything.
No,
I could see the police cars,
you can
and I could see a
blurry
few
things.
people. I couldn't see anything.
The guy
anything
that
at all.
I've got. Hold on, let me read you out. Let me read you what. Bear with.
So, what do you think, Nick? What do you think of it?
I don't know. I think if something was there, I think it's just smoke screens with. I don't think it was a portal.
So this guy says, I was at the Miami Mall yesterday and the government is lying. There were no kids fighting. Everyone started panicking because these grey creatures were walking around. They didn't make any noise or sounds but stared and watched you move. I tried to take a video but, hold on, every time I would try to, it would just bug out. They set a perimeter and wouldn't let anybody out or in unless they went through their photos. We were visited by aliens and the government is covering it up. They were about 6 to 7 feet tall and walked very slowly. They could turn their head around completely and it seemed like they could change form. Sorry, there's a thing over there. Change form. Like they didn't have any bones and could bend their body in whatever way. No fingers or feet, just arms and legs. They could also seemingly teleport. They weren't walking around normally, but instead disappearing and then quickly reappearing somewhere else. This allowed them to walk through some of the glass displays in the mall and through walls you couldn't escape if they wanted to kill. But they didn't seem aggressive, nor did they seem like they wanted to kill anybody. It almost seemed like they were lost, but they also weren't scared of the army or police that was all around. They must have felt like they were far superior. There's a bit missing at the top, and then it says something period yesterday. They shut down police scanners in Miami area for hours. It wasn't intentional. They had no choice. Whatever these creatures are, interfered with electronics. Why is there no video of this fight they're all talking about? This was posted earlier and I cannot verify its authenticity. All I can say is that this looks very similar to what I and others reportedly saw. No fingers or legs, anatomically consistent with beings that glide as opposed to step. So I don't know. And then there's that picture, which that's the top of its head there, looking down and its feet. It's like a drone from the top looking down on its head.
I don't know if I've seen that one.
It's just a zoom in, I think, of that other one, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just...
You see, my issue with things is, it wasn't so long ago that people were putting videos and pictures of these AI things around, sitting at football games and stuff in America, saying, you know, they've got them in, and it was all for the new film called The Creator, and they were all publicity stunts, and people were taking it serious and scaremongering and putting it all over the place. So I'm like, especially in America, is it a film that they were making? And you know what I mean? You just don't, so much false news and ridiculousness about these days. And I wonder sometimes if they do it on purpose, so it does confuse people, so they don't believe the real stuff, because you can't differentiate between the two, you know what I mean? So
yeah, definitely.
We won't know. No doubt something will come out in a couple of weeks' time.
No.
I don't know.
Should I check on Nick? Just make sure he's not choked to death. You just talk between yourselves for a minute or two.
I can't, because he keeps smirking at me.
Stop smiling, Nick.
I know.
Smiling.
Terrible, isn't it? Coming here, being happy and
Give me
everything.
an almond. Yeah, so I don't know, Nick. I really don't know.
Some people are saying it's to stop, divert attention from the list.
You know, everyone's gone beyond that though now, aren't they? You know what? Everybody knows that it's going to be a fake list anyway, because they've messed with it.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, nice. Where have you had them from?
I made them myself.
I've never done nice.
Pumpkin.
How have you done them? Tell me.
This is the recipe for my pumpkin seed.
Have you tasted them, Marie?
No, I'm not a big seed lover.
Go on. Come on. I've just been really shocked. The green ones.
Is this what you're talking about on a podcast? Are you
Sorry.
Well,
Yeah.
I've got to fill the time now. The experts are back. We can get back into it.
Yeah.
Go on, Marie. Put them all in. Go on. Really nice.
Oh, don't diss me seeds. Oh, you're joking. Beautiful.
I don't like nuts, and they taste like nuts.
Do you eat veg?
No.
You're joking.
No?
Don't eat nuts.
Oh.
You don't eat veg.
Sorry, Nick. My hand in these nuts now.
Oh, dear.
One more time. Hold on. I won't have any more now.
Are they just pumpkin seeds that you've put salt on?
Please, can you tell me how you've done them?
They're just pumpkin seeds you've put salt on.
They're not down.
Yeah,
You've done something else.
No, they are.
Have you
I'm not-
roasted them?
In a pan, just
A
chuck them in it.
dry roast.
Just in the dry pan, put some salt and a little bit of pepper in.
Oh, I'm having some on.
Can you explain to us why you're eating pumpkin seeds, Nick? Because it's very interesting.
I'll tell you why I'm eating pumpkin seeds. Because I don't want to eat them psychedelic jellies that all you lot are eating.
I know how much you prefer them.
No,
Can you tell us the real reason why you're eating pumpkin seeds?
because I'm a big fatty and I've got to lose weight and stop eating
Do the else?
sweets. Well,
Do
the
these?
pumpkin seed's supposed to kill your parasites in your body. So that's what I'm trying to do. Because I crave sugar. Yeah, we're talking about psychedelics, but there's nothing more addictive than that old sugar.
Yeah, I know.
I'm
I'm trying to get
down.
off it. I've just had all them.
We had a conversation the other night about parasites in your body. How many parasites you have in your body? You must have thousands of them.
Oh,
Oh,
we meat,
yeah,
don't
yeah.
we?
I mean, you
So-
even have parasites that live in your eyelashes and all sorts of things, don't you? So, and Nick was saying that it's the parasites that cause your cravings. So, what you would normally put in your body, if you stop then putting that in your body, that's why you crave it. That's where your cravings are coming from, because that's what they're used to having, so they want it, kind of thing. Yeah.
So when they die, what
they
happens?
do a little wee,
So, yeah,
Ah,
and that's what.
they release gases. Yeah.
it will be after these.
So apparently there's certain foods that kill the parasites,
Right.
but once your body parasites have died, you can't just leave them there, because when they die, they release all the toxins and all the gases.
Like they've had.
So you have to then flush them out,
With
flush them
what?
through. So the pumpkin seeds can kill the parasites. And then how did you get them out of your neck afterwards? Flush them through.
Fermented cabbage.
Fermented cabbage. Sauerkraut.
Yeah, I love it. I've had a big jar over the last 2 days. A massive jar.
What does it taste like?
Pickled in
It's
a
like
jar.
pickled cabbage, but it's not.
Oh.
But it's not in pickle. It tastes
It's,
red
is it
cabbage.
sweet or sour?
No, it's not red.
Sorry, Nick.
It is like it is pickly, but they make it with just water and salt. So it's not vinegar that they put in it.
So what does it taste? What does it taste like? Like pickled red cabbage.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Bad.
You can give that. You can
That's
give
fine.
that to dogs, you know, if they've got upset stomach.
I love
I
cheese
can-
on toast.
I can eat pickled red cabbage. So would I be able to eat sauerkraut?
Yeah. Try it honestly. So
Just on its own?
Where's you that from? Any?
Once mainly in the Polish Isles and stuff like that.
Is it German sauerkraut?
German.
Yeah, but I think in the Polish, I think it's in 2 sections. I think there's an English version, but
You buy them in the bag, I suppose, do you?
Now I'm
These.
addicted to these now.
packed foods.
Oh, and Pat Food's a big bag of.
Yeah, because you get
Impact Food, what's that? Is that the name of a shop?
Yeah, packed foods.
Where's that?
it's
Yeah.
2.
There's 2 now. There's one in Shelton and one in Dresden.
They all sell Asian foods, but they like
They're
Won't
in
I
the
be able to get them
supermarket.
from Morrison's then?
yeah, but they're in a small pack
Oh.
and they're dead expensive.
Oh.
There they were something like I don't know, £4 for a kilo. Big,
Can't
big
help it.
bag. Nice, aren't they?
I prefer them than them now. So that'll stop a craving? Right.
No, it just stops me shoving things in my face.
Oh. It don't stop me with
I
your
suppose
lots.
why you're eating them. You're not eating them, are you?
No, but there's a lot of fibre in that. In them seeds, there's loads of fibre.
What are they?
So I'll be on the toilet
Pumpkin
tomorrow then.
seeds.
Yeah.
And I used to have a mate who used to always eat sunflower seeds.
I bet the same. I've
Oh,
never. Like almonds, I love almonds.
You have to shell them, don't you?
Yeah.
The sunflower
Mm.
seeds.
These do. These are shelled. These have a shell on.
So
I haven't got to pull all the shells off them.
No.
pumpkin seeds are rich in antioxidants, healthy fats and minerals. Possible benefits of eating pumpkin seeds include boosting bone health,
Oh.
sexual well-being,
Hey!
That's what it said, isn't it?
Yeah,
Boosting your bone health.
And your immune system. Boost your immune system.
What about almonds? It's got a mixture of almonds.
Almonds are good.
Almonds are just nice.
I don't
You
like
can't-
any nuts. I don't
you
like
can't
nuts.
really say on.
Especially when they're pouring your Christmas decorations away.
Almond benefits. So they're
Cancer.
healthy fat, fibre,
Apricot kernels do
protein, magnesium, and vitamin E. The benefits of almonds include lower blood sugar levels,
That's why they're in there.
they reduce blood pressure, and lower cholesterol levels.
Oh.
There you go then.
Oh, I've got a new treat now.
Just whack them in your pan. To be honest,
No oil, nothing.
I didn't know. I did them yesterday. I guess we turned into a cookie show. No, but this is healthy, so if it helps somebody out, because they are nice, aren't they?
Was it lovely?
So I did them yesterday. I had one of them cups yesterday, and I put salt and pepper in a pan and just whacked them in and stirred them about a bit. What I found is the salt didn't stick to the nuts, seeds, whatever. So in the end, I had loads of salt at the bottom. I've also done this on this tub. Just put a little pinch of sugar in.
Sugar?
Yeah,
I
only a
thought
little
we're going
bit.
away from
No,
sugar.
I know, but it's tiny
Oh.
bit. And it just, I suppose you could use something else, but I did this. I haven't Googled this recipe and
What
stuff.
about
So
brown sugar? That's a bit better,
probably,
isn't
and
it?
it just, when it caramelizes, it helps the salt stick to the nut. I suppose you could use.
That's what I
use
can taste then.
What?
Like caramelisation.
That's why you like it then. You don't like the actual seeds.
Yeah,
Oh, I do. They're nice. They are.
Just a pinch, and for that whole lot, just one little pinch of sugar.
So is that how you buy them, Nick? Do you have to cook them?
No,
You can eat them out the
straight up-
bag?
Yeah, just eat them straight out the bag.
I like yours.
We can see.
Yeah, you can get in them.
They
Got
are
loads.
so nice.
Mm.
Oh dear. Well, I think that's quite a mixture for this evening. Nick nearly choked to
I know,
death.
choked to death.
We've talked about psychedelics, meditation, and you had a little bit of a cooking instruction at the
Nick's
end
nuts.
of it.
Yes.
Nick's nuts.
Mixed nuts.
Next it'll be.
They're nicer than Nobby's nuts, they are.
Oh, yeah. So next week, join us for a nut casserole.
Meatloaf.
Yeah, Meatloaf's going to be in the studio.
Oh.
Via Ouija board.
Yeah.
Why's your dad?
Yeah.
See,
Yeah.
poor old Meatloaf.
Oh, Daddy.
Yeah. So, are we done then?
You think so?
We're done for tonight.
Yeah, that's it then.
Well, thanks for listening again.
Yeah, thanks for coming, lovely spread.
Lovely, lovely, lovely.
Lovely, great, smashy.
Bye.
Bye.
See ya.